Show, man. It's NBA Talk with Jay. We got our guy Andy Lang with us here, man. It's Tuesday. We're trying to get some cash as well. Trifecta Tuesday is what I like to call it. $2 Tuesday as well over there at Wager Talk, as it is every Tuesday, guys. You don't need a promo code as well for those $2 best bets over at wagertalk.com. Andy, what's up with you, my brother? Everything cool with you?
Yeah, everything's going great. Really starting to see NBA a lot better now. December was not very good, but we've really picked it up. Hitting over the last 3.5 weeks, we're up over 57%. That's kind of the number we want to be at. We've hit 60% over the last couple weeks, so momentum is looking very good. We got a big week with Super Bowl. You guys know my bread and butter is golf. We have a huge golf tournament this week. 5 tournaments I've turned a profit in a row in 2023, Jay. So we always say the money spends the same no matter what sport. But good NBA card tonight. Very bettable NBA card.
No, that's facts right there, man. I know I got some looks as well. We did a live show last night. Basically, every number has moved from last night in the right direction, I might add. But let's go ahead and get to the first game up, man. We're going to the streets of Orlando here. We got the Magic getting a point at the house versus the New York Knicks in this one, Andy. Obviously, Magic making that push for the 10th seed for the play-in tournament as well. They're balling out. This is their first game home after 4 straight road games, but it's the Knicks' first game on the road after 4 straight home games. How do you think we should be looking at this game? Any props you liking in this one?
Banchero is just a polarizing guy, kind of especially the prop market. I'm always looking at him, and he can be a bit confusing. I mean, look at his 22 points against Charlotte. Okay, he goes over, but before that, 11 against Minnesota on a horrible shooting night. And that's the thing with him, Jay, is he just has a lot of games where he is just terrible from the field. I mean, look at some of these performances: 4 of 14, 3 of 14, 3 of 16. That being said, this is a pretty decent matchup for him. I would be looking at his over, but I got to say I keep coming back to Julius Randle. His rebounds and assists have been pretty good, but I just don't think Orlando's stopping Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is playing so well right now. He's been a really good prop guy. I'm looking at points right now, 25.5. It seems a little bit high, but the Knicks just struggle with scoring after, their top couple options. So favorite one in this one is Jalen Brunson. It may be a little bit square-ish. It may be, the most obvious one, but I think Jalen Brunson, I'm going to keep playing his overs before I look at unders in this one.
Yeah, that's a good point. I know, and another thing as well, like looking at some Magic bigs. Now, obviously, you got to pick which one you like because they have 5 guys that are 16 or more. But at least one of their bigs have some success, at least getting to the rim. Obviously, with you got Jericho Sims starting 5, and then Hardenstein coming off the bench. They're really starting to miss Mitchell Robinson over there. So, is there any big man like maybe other than Banchero, maybe like a Wendell Carter Jr., something like that that's for the Magic? They would possibly look at their props in this one.
Well, their depth is what makes betting on their props difficult because, right. They can rotate a bunch of guys in, they really lack, some of the elite talent at the top, but I like Wendell Carter Jr.'s talent. I just don't know if he gets the opportunities. So he's just a hard guy to play because we know he has a talent. We know he has all the talent in the world to go over these numbers that they're posting. It's just will he get the opportunities? I find myself not betting very many Orlando Magic props because you just don't know which guy is going to be the one. Is Cole Anthony going to have the big night? Is Wagner going to have the big night? So I honestly just tend to stay away from the Orlando Magic mostly.
Yeah, that's a good point there, man. The Magic been balling right now. I know from a side standpoint, I don't want to bet against them right now. They're really playing some good basketball. They're really pushing for that 10th seed as well, like I said, man. So Magic to make the play-in tournament might not be a bad look. I definitely think they get there over the Wizards, in my opinion, man. So obviously fighting with the Raptors as well, but they may be about to make the trade. The Magic are for real, guys. They are for real. It's a tough game for me, really. I mean, obviously, if you could see with the spread as well, it could go either way. But the fact that it's first game Magic coming home off a 4-game road trip, and then Knicks first game on the road after 4 straight home games, 2 conflicting spots for me. Definitely a stay off game for me personally, but I couldn't talk you off that Brunson over 25.5 points in that one, guys. Let's head over here to the streets of New Orleans here. Let's go get some seafood one time with those Pelicans. Got the Pelicans laying 1 point at the house versus the Atlanta Hawks in this one, Andy. Last game of a 5-game road trip for the Hawks in this one might get a little gassed. They are coming off 2 days rest though, but they are 0-6 against the spread last 6 games, coming with 2 days rest. Pelicans had lost 10 straight games. Now they've won 2 straight, kind of got that taste of winning. Maybe try to keep that going tonight. I'm leaning Pelicans. I'm also liking Brandon Ingram. He's coming off a game where he rested as well, Andy. Then the game before that, he had 35 points. What do you think? You think we can get there with some maybe Ingram points or PRA in this one?
I'm with you that it looks like the last couple nights the Pelicans have started to figure something else out.
Mm-hmm.
I would look at their team total. I mean, look,
Mm-hmm.
131 and 136 against the Lakers and against the Kings. So DeJounte Murray should play. Obviously, he's going to be a much better defender than anything that the Lakers or the Kings would have. But that being said, when you're scoring 131 and 136 points, that means, at least signals to me, that coming off a bunch of losses, your offense is starting to click. And
Mm-hmm.
when you have a team that may be starting a trend or starting a streak, I think that's the best time to try and jump on board. Pelicans team total is 118.5. You mentioned Ingram. I think that a lot of these guys for New Orleans could have success tonight. So instead of singling one of them out, I kind of like all of them together collectively to just combine for a team total over in this one. Couldn't talk you off an Ingram over, but I like the Pelicans offense. I think they may be starting a nice streak. So let's go team total over on this one.
Yeah, that's a great point there. I know they have DeAndre Hunter that can maybe match up with Ingram. Other than that, I know if Hunter gets in foul trouble, I don't see anyone else that on the team that, because Murray's a little too small. You would think about it. Ingram is damn. I think he's like 6'10", 6'11". He's tall as hell, man. He's low key damn near. It could be a center, point forward. But other than DeAndre Hunter, I'm not sure who could stop Ingram in this one. So a couple quick early fouls for Hunter could really be bad for the Hawks, in my opinion. The Hawks don't have a strong defense. They come in here and try to beat you with offense as well. So that's why this total opened up at 234 and it's up to 237 overnight. I agree with it. Pelicans were sitting at -2. It's down to 1 now. But personally, I'm only looking towards Pelicans. I'd want to take Pelicans in the first quarter in this one, guys. So I'm leaning Pelicans first quarter, leaning Pelicans full game as well. Like I say, winning is contagious. You see teams all the time cluster wins and they cluster losses as well. They're coming off 10 straight losses, guys. They're due to win at least 5 in a row, in my opinion. So wouldn't be surprised if Pelicans got the win. I do think that Ingram will have a good game in this one over his points and his PRA. But Pelicans first quarter would probably be my top looking at game, especially with the Hawks traveling all over the place, coming off 2 days rest as well. There's no telling what happened down there in New Orleans, the French Quarter. There's no telling what happened, man. DeJounte Murray, he does like to party a little bit, man. He likes to live his life, my guy. So I could see Pelicans starting off hot. They're starting to get they're starting to gain some steam here. I'd be looking at Pelicans first quarter, full game, and Ingram to have a nice game in this one. I couldn't talk you out there team total over as well, and that one, Andy. So over here to the streets of Brooklyn here, guys. We got the Nets it's going up to 7 now. And so this line was at 4.5 last night. I did tell you guys that if you wanted the Suns, you probably wanted to take them last night at the 4.5. It's up to 7 now. Nets getting 7. Then they said Simmons is in this one, Andy. Finney-Smith and Dinwiddie will not make their debut today, and Watanabe is out as well. Suns 8-2 straight up and against the spread last 10 games. Do you think the Suns can keep it going here?
Yeah, I hit a play last night very easily in the Nets game, and I think we can do it again. I don't see the same game parlay option up on the domestics. I think they're still waiting on official Brooklyn lineup. So what I did yesterday was, especially when you have Dinwiddie and Finney-Smith that's not there, all these players that are going to suit up for Brooklyn are going to play a lot of minutes. And what I did last night was I took a same game parlay on the domestic, so you can get these alt lines and parlay together. I took Claxton over 8.5 rebounds, easily gets there. He's their biggest guy. He's going to be the rebounding guy. And then I took the opponent, the Los Angeles Clippers, over their team total. I lowered that to 107.5. Because outside of Claxton, this team does not have good defenders, especially on the wings and on the perimeter. When Dorian Finney-Smith gets there, he's going to be a big help. So, but right now, what I would look to do tonight is, once the same game parlay option is there, I'd take Claxton on the alt line of his lowest rebounding total, which is probably going to be 8.5, take it over, and then look at one of the alt lines on the Phoenix Suns team total. We saw last night the Clippers were able to, let's face it, Kawhi and Paul George could get just about any shot they wanted. Zubac was really good inside. So I think we can get another play out of this as long as Finney-Smith is not there. And when you get these Nets guys that are going to be playing all of these minutes, they're going to just eventually get over some of these totals. So give me an alt line, same game parlay on Claxton over his rebounds and the Suns over their team total.
Couple of questions for you here. I know Aiden had 31 points last night. In theory, is a good matchup for him tonight. If I always, you never know what you're gonna get from Aiden, man. If he's gonna come to ball or if he's just gonna have a fucking stinker, man. But at least looking at the last game, 31, maybe look like because the Suns are starting to gain steam once again. I can tell you right now, the Suns are absolutely red hot. Not even looking towards going against them here. Two questions I had for you. Possibly look at Aiden as well to have another good game. If Zubac had a good game, Aiden should. And what do you think about riding the Cam Thomas train? Obviously, the books are going to catch up at some point. Back-to-back 40-point games. He's their what I'm seeing. He's their offense. He has the full green light, especially with Seth Curry out as well. I know Simmons will have the ball in his hands, but he's not going to take any shots. So, I mean, what do we do? Do we look at Cam Thomas once again here?
I can't tell you to play his under, especially. And again, we talked about how many minutes and how many shots. I mean, this is what happens when you only have a certain amount of guys that are suiting up. These guys are just going to get there. I mean, look at his shot totals. It's insane. I certainly couldn't talk you off of that. And seeing what Zubac was able to do inside, I would guess that Ayton has a good game. Unfortunately, I think the books have kind of figured Ayton out a little bit. I think the books are saying we're going to put a high total on his points and rebounds and assists. If you can predict which game he's going to stink on and he's going to come in well under his total, congratulations. But they're saying you're going to have to pay a price for DeAndre Ayton. I mean, it's 30.5 on his points, rebounds, and assists. He's shown he can do it just in points, but he's shown he can also go 1 of 7 from the field and be in foul trouble. So Ayton is kind of on my don't play list. Wouldn't surprise me if he had a good game.
Yeah, hey, my whole thing is if he's locked in mentally, then that's when you want Aiden. And I'll be honest, right now the Suns collectively look to be locked in. Obviously, they do get Booker back tonight, but when you're Booker, you don't want to come back in and take a ton of shots because you're going to be rusty. Booker's assist is probably going to get there tonight. Expect him to be facilitating the ball, get the offense going as well, guys. So I don't see Booker trying to going for 30 or 40 points in his first game back. I think they try to ease his way in or whatever. Him and Paul try to get the rest of the team ready in this one. And I can't say for Cam Thomas, if they put Bridges on him, Bridges is a hell of a defender, guys. And if the Suns are who I know they are, they're like, all right, Cam Thomas, okay, you've been doing this, all right. Bridges, go lock his ass up over there, man.
Yeah,
so
right.
I can't wait. I can't wait to watch this game. Just looking at the Nets as well. I was personally hoping that Dinwiddie and Finney-Smith would come into this one because they would really mess things up in this one, guys. So would still lean Suns, but definitely think they could keep I think the Suns can go over their team total. I think they could keep the Nets under their team total under as well because what are the Suns going to do? They're going to slow the pace down, try to make it a half-court type of basketball game, but the Nets are going to try to run and gun with them. It's a tough game, man, but I do lean to the Suns in this one. 4.5 was the spot last night. It's going up to 7 across the board now, so maybe a tad late to the party in that one. I feel like if you like it now, maybe try to look towards some Nets team total unders or Suns team total over. This is a back-to-back for the Nets coming off a really there was a close game for a while last night. They actually took a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter, and then basically lost it. So really tough game. Not a long bench right now as well. They get Simmons back, but I mean, let's be serious here, guys. Simmons is ass. Like, what are we doing here, man? I feel like he's only playing because KD is pissed off at him, Andy. But let's get to the next game here, guys. Go over here to the streets of Memphis here, guys. We got the Grizzlies laying 8.5 points at the house versus the Chicago Bulls in this one. Obviously, Grizzlies have a ton of noise going on right now. This is a back-to-back spot for the Bulls, coming off a little easy game versus the Spurs in this one. Andy, how are you looking at this game? Do you think the Grizzlies take the Bulls to Smack City tonight?
Well, this is one of those where you look on the schedule and you would say, okay, well, it's Bulls back to back, but it really isn't. Look at these minutes. I mean, Vucevic only played 24, Levine 31. DeRozan did play 34 minutes, but he seems to be okay on the back-to-back. Drummond come in with 21 minutes. White off the bench played 33. So it's not a true back-to-back. It's not like a huge, really, really big, tough game last night. Listen, nobody's ever used the word Vucevic and consistent in the same sentence, but I gotta say his points, rebounds, and assists has been very consistent. It's stunning to me. I can't get away from this guy right now. He's doing it in all categories, Jay, and that's what's so exciting about taking these bets. I mean, look at his stat line. Even when he played 24 minutes, he had 22 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. easily getting over his total. Before that, 23, 11, and 4, 17, 12, and 6, 23, 4. It is Levine, DeRozan, and Vucevic doing all the damage for the Bulls. With no Steven Adams, that inside is just wide open. You can always expect the Grizzlies bigs to be in foul trouble because they have no discipline. So Vucevic should be able to draw some fouls and get to the free throw line. The rebounding, I mean, John Morant is one of their leading rebounders right now since Steven Adams went out. This team's a mess. They're a mess. So I want nothing to do with Memphis Grizzlies spreads. I don't want anything to do with them on props because they're just so scatterbrained right now. I got to keep going back to Vucevic, only 24 minutes off of last night. I think the recipe sets up really, really well for him. Look him to pad the stats in all the categories. That's by far my best play in this game.
Yeah, I couldn't talk you off that, man. Yeah, the Grizzlies are struggling. 1-8 straight up last 9 games, and only 2-8 against the spread last 10 games as well, guys. So they have been struggling. But I'll be honest, I do lean Grizzlies in the first quarter. They got done in the first quarter in their last game. Versus Toronto Raptors, a lot better defensive team than this Bulls team, but obviously the Bulls are better, much better offensively than the Raptors in this one. But I just feel like the Grizzlies can somewhat break out of their funk, at least in the first quarter. I'm not messing with them full game, but first quarter would be a spot for the Grizzlies in my opinion. I hadn't played it, guys, but it would be my top spot in the game. Personally, I wonder where the head is for the Grizzlies with all this shit going on with John Morant and stuff. Obviously, they're missing Adams a lot. I still like them with Jaren Jackson Jr. at the 5 as well. I'm not a fan of Dylan Brooks. I can't stand that guy, man. I'm talking about, when I tell you I don't like Dylan Brooks, I hadn't liked him since he was at Oregon. Guy is an absolute asshole. He's not a good person, man, but regards to that, if I'm playing this game, I'm looking at Grizzlies in the first quarter. Now, as for full game, kind of crazy. I kind of lean Bulls in this one, man. They have lost 4 straight to the Grizzlies in this one, and 0-4 against the spread last 4. Before that, though, the Bulls had won 6 straight games and were 6-0 against the spread versus the Grizzlies as well. So they know how to play against these guys. It's just the last couple seasons, Grizzlies have really had their number. This could be the one where it's possibly too many points for the Grizzlies. Like I said, they got too much going on for me right now, and the Grizzlies do. But if I'm playing this game, I'm taking Grizzlies in the first quarter, a little get in and get out spot. You don't even care who covers the full game in this one. Bulls first game on the road after 4 straight home games. It would be a first quarter fade of the Bulls and a buy on spot for the Grizzlies to at least try to get things started off hot. Back-to-back home games as well. Coming off a day as rest as well. 3 straight losses for the Grizzlies. I'm sure they at least want to get this one started off right. So Grizzlies in the first quarter will be my top look at that game, guys. Let's head over to the streets of Denver here, Andy. I got a good line with this Nuggets first quarter last night. Points bet was hanging -1.5, at -115. I hopped on that a few times, and they even changed the line on me. Second time I tried to bet it, took it up to -125. But as I said last night, I do like the Nuggets first quarter up to 3.5. I think the Nuggets come out here hot. Their guys are rested as well, and we know that they play Jokic basically the first 11 minutes of the first quarter in this one. So if it's going to be a spot where the Nuggets come out with revenge on their minds, it's definitely going to be the first quarter. Could be a trifecta spot for the Nuggets today. I know that they're a heavy fave, but this is the only time that they're facing the Wolves. They're not on a back-to-back so far this year. I think they get some revenge in a big way. Andy, how you looking at this game?
Well, rested Jokic, and you're getting even money on him to have a triple-double. And I know that sounds crazy. I mean, even money for a triple-double, that sounds crazy. But, I mean, he's done it 3 games in a row, and you have to go back to the last game that he did not have triple-double. He had 24, 8, and 9, and that was a head-to-head against Philadelphia 76ers. And then before that, 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row. So he's had a triple-double in 7 out of 8 games, and you're getting even money? Damn. That those numbers don't match up. So a rested Jokic to just get a triple-double to me is going to be what I'm firing on. D'Angelo Russell has been good on his combo, on his points, rebounds, and assists, or you could do like points and assists. I wouldn't necessarily recommend rebounds and assists tonight because I don't know how many rebounds he's going to be able to get with the bigs in there. But D'Angelo Russell's been a really nice source of stats. And this is one of those classic, like, is he a great player helping his team out as point guard? Like, not really. But is he a great prop player to bet on? Yeah, he is. So I would go Jokic triple-double, and then I would still keep riding the D'Angelo Russell over his points, rebounds, and assist train.
Yeah, that's a good point. I know what Jokic double must be insane. I can't believe even money at a triple double, man. That's absolutely crazy there, guys. It is, man. But that's crazy there. But yeah, only thing I've taken so far on this one, I took Nuggets first quarter last night, -1.5. If you don't like it at the 3, you don't have to take it. I do like Nuggets first half and first quarter and first half in this game, guys. I'll be honest, it could be a trifecta spot, and it could be a scenario where Rudy Gobert may not play in this game as well. He does have the Utah Jazz on deck tomorrow as well. Now we know they. I hate this shit. They
I
list,
do too.
literally list Rudy Gobert questionable every
Every
game. Now
day,
I know
every
he
day of his
usually
life,
plays.
he's
Why
questionable.
does they? Why do they do this shit, man? I just feel like it. I
I
don't know. I just don't understand. He's had a sore groin for like 2 fucking months now.
2 years.
But
He's
yeah,
been
but it just seems. But
questionable. I don't
like
know,
people got to
man.
understand when they list him questionable every day. Like you can't be surprised when he actually doesn't play. So that's why they do it. When he doesn't, they won't get in trouble for it. But I think there is a chance that Gobert may not play in this game. And another reason why I'm taking the first quarter is the best play in this game because the Grizzlies, the Wolves were just at the house for 6 straight games. You're in the same gym, shooting on the same goals, getting hot as well. You're in your comfort zone. The first game on the road, it takes a little time to get you, and it's definitely going to take a little time to get used to the altitude as well. You got to get to used to a new gym. You're coming off the team that you just beat by 30 points. They're going to be pissed. I know that the Wolves have matched up well versus the Nuggets as of late, but like I say, they've been catching them in a bad spot every single time. Every time they've caught them this year, it's been on the second night of a back-to-back or fourth game in 6 nights. That's why the Nuggets rested their guys last game, basically just gearing up ready for this one. So I see the Nuggets ready to go from start to finish. Like the first quarter, -3. I like the first half, -5. All that good stuff. Should cover their full game as well. And maybe this line going up from 7.5 to 9 or 7 to 9 kind of tells that maybe Gobert is out for this one. Like I say, big game for them tomorrow on deck versus the Utah Jazz. And I actually kind of like the Wolves in that game as well. So if this game is like, if they're down 5 in the fourth quarter, they probably go ahead and just call, I'm not going to say call off the dogs. They'll try to go for the win, but they always have in their minds that they have a game the next day as well. And that one's in altitude as well. I think they're a little bit more primed for a bounce back the next night. I think this game here, first game on the road, and it's a revenge spot after 6 straight home games. I think this is a bad spot for the Wolves, in my opinion. Nuggets first quarter, first half for me. That's what I'm liking in this one. First quarter is the top look of the day in that one, my guys. Let's go. Do you have anything else on this one, Andy? Any other props that you're looking at, my brother? Let's
Nope,
do.
keep
Let's
it
do
simple.
it. Last game up, man. I got a fucking prop for you. We're taking LeBron under on his points. Conspiracy J. I actually think the Thunder might win this game as well. I like the Thunder +6. I'm finna go to sleep last night, Andy, and I was sleepy as hell. I'm seeing a +8 out there and +7.5. I'm like, oh, it's all right. I'm gonna go to sleep, man. I'll get that in the morning. Wake up in the morning, it's come down to 6.5, man. So I wasn't expecting the money to come for the Thunder in this one. Maybe if LeBron is ruled in, then they go ahead and take it back up to 7.5. But I want the Thunder in this one. I'm still trying to figure out, do I want to take them first quarter, first half, or full game? Obviously, they'll be fresher in the first quarter, first half. But I think the Lakers might come out sleepy in this one. I think they might come out a little disconnected as well, Andy, with all the trade talk, with LeBron doing all these. Man, what the hell are we living in today, Andy, where LeBron doing all these interviews on ESPN and shit, man? Like, I'm just so over all this.
He's getting
media
ready to
shit.
break one of the most iconic record in sports. Of course,
But he went on there talking about the Kyrie trade and him being upset and all this other old bullshit, man. Like, I feel like that didn't have
They
anything
asked
to do
him
with
about
breaking.
it. He answered. I can't bang on him that much for asking. I mean, we
That's
always
the
want our
second
athlete.
one. This is the second one in the past few weeks, Andy. Like on airing on ESPN. Like, what are we doing here, man?
I think we ask athletes to be open and honest so we can rip them. So, because if he gives these robotic answers, we would rip him to just to say, like, if he would say, no, I had no interest in Kyrie, everyone would be like, bullshit, no way, LeBron. But if he's like, yeah, I wish we would have got him, it's like, oh, no, LeBron. Oh, we got, like, I don't know what the guy could have said to where he wouldn't take criticism. I'm going to back you up on this LeBron under, and I smell a rat, and here's why. The books are telling you when LeBron is going to break this record.
Simple.
DraftKings has, when will LeBron James break the scoring record? Tonight is +130. Thursday against the Bucks is -205. The books The
I
books
saw
are
it to minus 290 something.
the books are telling you when he's going to break the record, especially because if he can go out and get himself, 28, 30 points tonight, and
Yeah,
now
it's
he's got a
easy.
very easy,
Yeah.
reasonable thing. It'll be at the very beginning of the game, so it could be a big celebration. It's against Giannis and the Bucks, and the other thing is like tonight, it's like, is he going to get there? Because if he does get there, it's going to be in the second half. But if he gets like 30 points or something and he only needs a few, it'll be a spectacle on Thursday. Draymond will be there. I'm sure a lot of players current. I'm serious. Golden
Bro,
State doesn't play.
Draymond love LeBron,
He
bro.
doesn't, but
Like,
they don't play that night. So
yeah.
he will be there. So you'll have a
Mhm.
lot of, if he gets close tonight, that means a lot of current and former players will be able
Right.
to be in attendance for that one. It stinks tonight because it smells so bad because people are going to take his over on points, and it would not surprise me in the slightest if LeBron wants to set up a little drama for Thursday night. So yeah, I'm with you. I like the under on LeBron points. I do
Yeah,
like
under
Westbrook. I'd immediately go to Westbrook over his points, rebounds, and assists because I don't think LeBron's going to be going for that 40-point game, but Westbrook will try and
and
stick his
Andy.
nose in the
Who's the
spotlight.
best? Who's the best matchup for the Lakers tonight? So this is the whole thing. If the Lakers do go off tonight and win in the blowout, who's their tallest player? Who's the guy that's coming back right now from injury, who looks good, who can shoot over the top of anybody, or OKC has the biggest matchup advantage tonight? If you're taking it over tonight, take Anthony Davis over 26 and a half points or points and rebounds, in my opinion. I think he's going to get the boards. I think he's going to get the points as well. He is a matchup nightmare for the Thunder. I feel like this is more of an AD game more than LeBron, in my opinion, man. I love LeBron under 33 and a half points. If he does happen to break it tonight, then just so be it. I have to tip my cap to him, but I don't think it happens. I don't think he cares. I'm not going to say I don't think he cares too much about this game, but you want to break it up against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's old team, and he'll be in the, versus the Bucks. That's just how sometimes you got to notice the narratives, man. Brun under 33 and a half points. Yeah, I'm going to hop on that shit for sure. But what do you think about 80 points here, Andy?
It's one of those games where Anthony Davis should have 30 points and 20 rebounds. This is
Simple.
he should, like, I got to give Giannis credit. Giannis has really started to put the smack down recently. And I really want to see it from Anthony Davis. In the same time, do you really want to see Anthony Davis play that hard in the regular season? Because he's going to twist an ankle or something. He's so much bigger and better than anybody that OKC has. I would hope to see a big game. I've just been let down by Anthony Davis one too many times. So he should. Will he get there? Not sure. But I do like Russell Westbrook to just kind of stick his nose into the spotlight. Like, he knows there's going to be a lot of cameras and a lot of eyes on this game. So, he's going to come out and try and put on a show. You just know there's going to be some wild Westbrook moments.
And he's playing his old team as well. He's playing the Thunder as well. That's the team that he won the MVP with as well. Man, I never want to hear about teams, like bad teams, getting an MVP because, like, when Russell Westbrook, I know he was averaging a triple-double, but come on, man, that team was nowhere near even like the playoffs, in my opinion, man. I don't even know if they made the playoffs that year, but he still got
his
MVP.
Teammates were blocking out the other team so he could run in and get the rebound.
I remember.
Like, that was really happening.
I remember.
Instead of
Steven Adams was like they was allergic to the rebounds, man.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I'll be honest, guys. This is the last thing. I'll close the game out with this, but I want to find some type of way to hop on OKC. In theory, the Lakers are not a good spot. First game home off of a 5-game road trip. They have had 2 days off, guys, but teams usually come out very lackadaisical in the first quarter, first half of these games, man. So I'm like, I want to take OKC in some type of way. It could be first quarter money line. I do lean their way full game as well. I think that maybe this whole Lakers team might be looking ahead to the next game. I think this kind of just, mosey around. Let's win the game, whatever, by a few points. I don't even think they care if they lose the game. Next game is the game. I do think they will win that game. Listen, one thing I'll leave you with. When someone breaks the record, especially of LeBron's statue, you want to take that team to win that game. So I do like the Lakers next game versus the Bucks. But this one, I don't like them so much. And the players could feel some type of way as well. You already have great players on the team, but you're talking about you still here mad, or maybe it's me, or am I happy, or am I mad? Yeah, of course I'm mad I didn't get Kyrie. Yeah, he could have put us in so and so to win right now. So I can't stand this guy. I used to be such a LeBron fan. Get this fucking guy out of here, man. But I want to
Wow.
take the Thunder.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not a LeBron fan anymore. He's way too. It's all good though. I used to love him. I had the backpack. I had jerseys, all lit, man. I'm talking about Miami Heat, Cleveland Cavaliers, both times. This Lakers, LeBron. When you start doing movies and shit, nah, man, come on, bro, just stop it, man. But regardless, that's just personal feeling, Andy. So don't worry
Salty
about that. But
J, money. I like it. Feisty.
Well, hey, give me his under tonight, man, and that's it for me. But I do want to take Thunder in the first quarter. That's the way I'm leaning in Nelwyn, man. But let's get out of here, man. Enough slander for me. LeBron's a great player. It's just that, you know what I'm saying, some of the personal decisions, man. You know what I'm saying. But regards to that, Andy, let the people know what you got going tonight. Everybody's talk all week, man. You got Super Bowl, golf, all type of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's a really, really huge week for us. So, like we're 10-2 in UFC, and we got a huge UFC event this Saturday. So we have a best bet that's up. Super Bowl 5% prop. I've talked about our NFL 5% plays. We won our 20th 5% play of the NFL season last week, or not last week. You know what I mean? The last NFL week. So that is up, and we have an incredible golf tournament. Jay, I don't know if you know what the Waste Management tournament is. It is complete anarchy and chaos. It's one of the biggest parties you've ever seen. It's the 16th hole par 3. There will be parties 24 hours a day, and it's right by the Super Bowl. It is if you've never seen it, you need to watch it. You will not believe your eyes that this is at a golf tournament. So what I'm doing is I'm combining my golf plays. I'm putting them with the 5% Super Bowl play. So that way you can get the golf and the Super Bowl plays because it's all taking place right in the same area. It should be a lot of fun there. We do have our NBA plays that are up. Will be up within an hour. We're waiting on finalizing lineups. NBA is going a lot better, but this week is all about the Super Bowl props and the golf plays that'll be included with it.
Yeah, I like it. Andy, any play for us today that you liking?
Let's see. Honestly, of the ones that we went over, I keep going back to Jokic triple-double. Done it in 7 out of 8 games. The one game that he didn't do it against was going up against Philadelphia. You got questionable Gobert, but I got to be honest, if Gobert's in there, that doesn't scare me at all. So yeah, Jokic triple-double at even money. This is reminiscent of back in the days when Tiger Woods was in his prime, and the line was like Tiger Woods or the field. It was like one guy versus the field, and Tiger would be even money. Like to see a guy at even money triple-double is just insane. But when you look at the numbers, it makes sense. So Jokic triple-double is my favorite.
Couldn't talk you off there. Couldn't talk you off at all, man. When I'm looking at in this one, what I'm looking at for today, guys, in that Pelicans game, I'm leaning Pelicans first quarter and full game, and I do think Ingram is the guy once again. No one really to stop him for the Hawks team. If Hunter gets a couple quick fouls, it's going to be sayonara for them, man. So Pelicans type of game, and I do think Ingram is the one that drives it. The Grizzlies, I'm seeing guys saying DeRozan is questionable. If he doesn't play in this game, Grizzlies definitely cash in the first quarter now, guys. I might have to get right off this one and hop on these Grizzlies. Yeah, so the Grizzlies already going up to 9.5. Let's see what their first quarter. First quarter sit at -3, -2.5 at other spots, guys. I'm finna try to hop off right here, right now, and try to get on one of these 2.5 for the Grizzlies in the first quarter. They will miss DeRozan for sure in this one if he doesn't play. I did take the Nuggets last night, and I did a light show as well for everybody. So it was only out at one place at PointsBet last night. I did get on Nuggets first quarter -1.5. That's what I bet. I still like it at 3, and I still like the first half as well up to 5. But if you did watch the show last night, I'm sure you got 4.5 on that first half as well. I want to take Thunder in the first quarter, guys. +2 money line, but main play in that game is LeBron under 33.5 points. Could he break it tonight? He very well could. Thunder don't have a ton of paint protection, but I think that's more of a game for AD and guys like Russell Westbrook as well. I do not think LeBron even won. I think he doesn't get past 30 points tonight, guys. So under 32.5 or under 33.5, but obviously get the best number. It is a few out there. Bet Rivers, Barstool. Make sure you're shopping the best lines, my guys. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let's get some cash today. We will win. Go follow us on Twitter as well, man. Well, I mean, I hadn't really been on Twitter, but you can go follow my guy, Andy Lang, man, at Bump Sports. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the channel as a member as well. Get in on some special perks, some nightly shows, all that good stuff, guys. Let's get some cash, guys. We out.